He was one of the most terrifying characters ever created in professional wrestling, a silent, face-painted giant from the jungle, who struck fear into legends. The world knew him as Kamala, the Ugandan Giant. But behind the war paint and wild persona was James Harris, a soft-spoken man who struggled quietly with health issues, financial hardship, and the long-term damage caused by years inside the ring. In August 2020, James Harris died at the age of 70. His death was officially ruled natural, but many fans still believe his story reveals a darker, more disturbing truth about the wrestling industry's treatment of its performers. James Harris was born on May 28, 1950, in Senatobia, Mississippi. He grew up in poverty, working hard from a young age to help support his family. Life offered few opportunities, and wrestling eventually became his escape. Before fame ever arrived, Harris worked menial jobs and struggled to make ends meet. These early hardships shaped him into a humble and resilient man traits that would remain hidden behind one of wrestling's most savage characters. James Harris entered professional wrestling under the guidance of legendary promoter Jerry Jarrett. To stand out in a crowded industry, Harris was given the persona of Kamala, a mysterious and uncontrollable giant said to come from the jungles of Uganda. The character was exaggerated, intense, and instantly unforgettable. Kamala didn't speak. He roared, stared, and destroyed opponents with brute force. The gimmick worked. Audiences were captivated, and promoters quickly realized they had created something special. Kamala reached mainstream fame in WWE during the 1980s, where he faced wrestling legends such as Hulk Hogan, The Undertaker, and Andre the Giant. His size, unpredictability, and intimidating presence made him a believable monster in an era built on larger-than-life characters. Night after night, Kamala's body absorbed tremendous punishment: steel chairs, slams, falls, and travel with little rest. While fans saw spectacle, James Harris's body quietly accumulated irreversible damage. Despite Kamala's savage image, those who knew James Harris described him as gentle, polite, and deeply religious. He often spoke about faith and gratitude, rarely complaining about pain or injustice. Yet beneath the calm exterior, Harris felt the sting of being underpaid and underappreciated. Unlike many stars of his era, he did not receive long-term financial security, health insurance, or royalty checks from the companies that profited from his image. Years of wrestling took a devastating toll on James Harris's health. He developed diabetes, a condition that would later change his life forever. Poor medical support, combined with financial limitations, made managing his illness increasingly difficult. As time passed, circulation problems worsened, leading to infections and complications that doctors struggled to control. In the 2010s, James Harris suffered a heartbreaking series of medical emergencies. Due to complications from diabetes, he underwent the amputation of both legs. The news shocked wrestling fans around the world. A man who once terrified giants inside the ring was now confined to a wheelchair, struggling to afford medical care. Many fans questioned how a performer who helped build wrestling's golden era could be left in such conditions. As Harris's health declined, his financial struggles became public. He relied on fan donations and crowdfunding to cover medical expenses. Wrestling legends and fans expressed outrage, criticizing major wrestling organizations for failing to support one of their own. Though some help eventually arrived, many believed it came far too late. On August 9, 2020, James Harris passed away peacefully at the age of 70. The official cause of death was complications related to COVID-19 and underlying health issues. While no foul play was suspected, fans were left heartbroken. His death felt less like a single moment and more like the final chapter of years of neglect, pain, and silent suffering. Although James Harris's death was medically classified as natural, many believe it was systemic rather than inevitable. Years of physical abuse, lack of health care, and financial insecurity contributed to his declining health. When an industry profits from destruction but offers little protection in return, can such deaths truly be called natural? Kamala remains one of the most iconic characters in wrestling history. His image, presence, and ability to captivate audiences left a permanent mark on the industry. But James Harris's real legacy lies beyond the ring. His story exposed uncomfortable truths about how performers are treated once the spotlight fades. James Harris gave everything to professional wrestling: his body, his health, and his dignity. While his death may not have occurred inside the ring, it was shaped by a lifetime of sacrifice. Remembering Kamala means more than celebrating a character. It means demanding better care, respect, and protection for the men and women who entertain the world at a devastating cost.